Madam, shall we start?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay. A very good evening. So today we have a lecture on fruit care activities and harvesting in banana. So this lecture will be delivered by Dr. T.Susila, Madam, Senior Scientist and Head, Dr.YSRHU-BRS Research Station, Pulivendula. Madam has completed her BSc AG, MSc AG and PhD from Acharya Enjiranga Agricultural University, Rajendra Nagar, Hyderabad. And in her service, she has worked as a horticulture officer for 8 years. And later she joined in Acharya Enjiranga Agricultural University as scientist, and now presently working as senior scientist at Banana Research Station, Pulivendula, which was recently established. And Madam has a research experience of 24 years. And she was awarded with Distinguished Scientist Award during 2021 by High Tech Horticultural Society, Meerut. And to her credit, Madam has published 32 research papers, 16 popular articles, 1 book chapter, 5 booklets, and 30 research as well as extension bulletins, folders, and leaflets. And she is a member of advisory committee. As a member of advisory committee, she has guided 4 postgraduate graduate students and 1 doctoral student. And Madam is a member of Society for Promotion of Horticulture, member of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, and member of Progressive Horticulture. And Madam has played a key role in establishment of Dr.YSRHU-Banana Research Station, Pulivendula, YSR District, Andhra Pradesh during 2021. She has created all the infrastructural facilities for initiation of research work on banana crop. And she has also standardized propagation techniques, production technologies for important medicinal plants like ashwagandha, coleus, aloe vera, kalmeg, isabgol, glory lily, and soralia. She was associated with collection, conservation, and maintenance of 241 species of medicinal plants germplasm. And Madam has also developed production technologies under north coastal conditions of Andhra Pradesh for the crops tomato, chili, chrysanthemum, and gladiolus. And she has also handled external funded projects as co-PI, which was granted with medicinal plants board, such as Center 2014-15, which was sanctioned by National Medicinal Plants Board, New Delhi, and nursery project during the period 2012 to 15-16, sanctioned by Andhra Pradesh State Medicinal and Aromatic Plants Board, Hyderabad. So with this brief introduction, inviting Dr. T.Susila, Madam, to deliver a lecture on fruit harvesting in banana. Madam, please continue.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the kind words. Good evening to all. I am Dr. Susila, working as a senior scientist and head, Dr.YSR Horticulture University at Pulivendula. I am working in Banana Research Station. Today, I am going to present my lecture on fruit care activities and harvesting in banana. Banana has acquired the status of one of the food crops, and its significance is quite evident from its cultivation in 118 countries of the world. India remains as the largest producer of banana in the world for the last few decades, owing to the adoption of advanced production technologies coupled with area expansion in non-traditional areas. India will achieve the targeted production of 50 million tons by the end of this decade, but its contribution to export rate is very meager. It is only 0.3%. It is mainly because of domestic consumption. Indian banana exports stands at 1,000 crores during 2021-22. Low volume of export of banana is due to improper pre and post harvest practices like not following GAP, which includes right choice of land, including planting methods, bunch covering, growth regulator sprays, non-ideal post-harvest sprays, transport procedures, and lack of proper storage facilities and outdated banana handling practices. Our exports have been increasing gradually since 2016 due to adoption of farm practices according to global standards. In export point of view, fruit care, bunch management, harvesting, and its post-harvest procedures are very important in banana. Among the fruit care activities, bell injection, denaveling, peduncle wrapping, covering the bunches with bunch covers, finger thinning, removal of withered styles are some of the important fruit care activities. And first activity is bell injection. And in recent years, banana thrips has become major pest of banana crop. It will mainly damage the flower buds. These thrips cause dark brown and black bumps on the surface of the flower buds, and young fruits through rasping and sucking and oviposition behaviors. Bell injection is given when the emerging inflorescence bud is in upright position. Here you can see the inflorescence in upright position. It gives complete protection from this, from the thrips. The injection should be given at 1/4 place from the top of the bud. Here, this is the top 1/4 area of the emerging inflorescence. In order to prevent the clogging of the needle, first make a hole at the desired point with a small needle and then inject with the syringe. For injection, we have to prepare the imidacloprid solution 17.8 EC at the rate of 0.3 ml is to be dissolved in 500 ml of water, and take this 1 ml solution into the disposable syringe and inject the entire 1 ml in the bud at 30-degree angle at top 1/4 position. Next fruit care activity is denaveling. Denaveling means removal of the male flower bud after completion of the female phase, that is after appearance of the last hang on the bunch, it is to be removed. The male flower bud should be removed, leaving 15 centimeter stalk 1 month after emergence of the last hang. In addition to that, it is not only helps in arresting the movement of nutrients to unwanted zinc and helps in root development and increase of bunch weight. In addition to that, it also hastens the bunch maturity. And the incidence of pest and disease attack on bunches can be minimized by this operation. And next one is peduncle wrapping. In banana, boot leaf or flag leaf emerges from the plant just before the bunch emergence, and its main purpose is to protect the top curved part of the peduncle and upper portion of the bunch from sunburn or sun scorch. Incidence of sun scorching will be severe if the bunch emergence coincides with the hot summer. To prevent sunburn and the resultant fungal infections, the peduncle exposed to the scorching sun should be wrapped with the flag leaf and other banana leaf trashes. And next one is banana usage of bunch sleeves or bunch covers. It is practiced in many countries as a measure to avoid any damage to the fruits and to protect the fruit from insect attack, thereby ensuring better quality. In recent years, the practice of covering the bunches with polythene sleeves to protect the fruits intended for the export market has gained momentum and has become an important cultivation practice, especially in the banana exporting countries. Since quality standards are rather rigid in the export market, fruits having external blemishes caused by pests are totally unacceptable to the discerning export market. The bunch covers are also effective in increasing the yield of bunches maturing during winter months. Cover the bunches with 2 to 6% ventilated polythene covers or 18 to 20 GSM non-woven polypropylene sleeves, keeping the bottom end open to avoid the accumulation of floral remnants. Usually 200 centimeter length, 150 centimeter width, and 175 gauge thickness. These polythene covers or sleeves are used for covering the bunches. Opaque polythene covers are used if bunch development is during winter, whereas during summer, blue color covers are used to prevent the sun scorch. Cover the bunches within 15 days of last hand opening. Some of the advantages of bunch covering are the bunch is free from insect bites, fungi, bacteria attacks, and physical injuries. And there is improved bunch appeal also. Maturity of the bunch will be hastened by 7 to 10 days. In addition to the benefits of producing blemishless fruits, there is significant reduction in post-harvest anthracnose disease on the fruit. The net effect of the bunch cover use is better quality fruit and increased marketable yield. Next one is de-leafing or pruning of the leaves. De-leafing is usually carried out for two main reasons. Excising leaves with more than 50% necrotic area can reduce the spread of the leaf spot disease. In some of the varieties, this de-leafing technique has been standardized. In Rastali, 6 leaves are enough for producing optimum optimum weight of the bunch. That is, from at the time of flowering, 6 leaves are enough for production of the bunch. Whereas in Povan and Robusta, 8 leaves are enough for flowering to optimum fruit development. And next one is finger thinning. Finger thinning is also practiced, especially for if the garden is intended for the export purpose. Removal of the certain fingers will enhance the length and weight of the fruits. Next one is retaining a finger in the last hand. After denaveling, the distal end of the rachis sometimes gets infected with fungus, and if left uncured, the fungal infection spreads to the upper hands, causing extensive damage in the bunch. Retaining a finger in the last hand is a practice to monitor the fungal infection, since the symptoms can be easily spotted in the lone fruit rather than spotting it in the major part of the bunch. And next one is staking. Staking is also another important operation. The staking, since banana pseudostems are weak and they cannot support the bunch when there are winds, so we have to support the plants with stakes. Usually, 2 types of staking is practiced. One is with wooden poles, and the other one is with the nylon ropes. Nowadays, farmers are tying these plants with nylon ropes, which has a thickness of 12 mm thickness, and 1 inch with the tapes are used. Next one is removal of wither styles and perianth. The floral remnants present at the tip of the root have to be removed carefully, and ensure that this operation is to be done when the latex flow from the fruit is very minimal, so that no latex is falling on the fruit surface. In banana, post-shooting bunch management is also very important with regard to the bunch quality and also the bunch weight.
సుశీల మేడం, మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉన్నారు మేడం, మీరు చెప్పేది ఏమి వినపడట్లేదు.
హలో,
ఇప్పుడు వినపడుతుంది మేడం. ఓకే.
From starting onwards, I am in mute.
No, madam, just 1 minute back.
Just now. Yeah.
Just now, madam. Screen share ఆగిపోయినప్పుడు madam.
Yes. There was a network problem, madam.
Okay.
Okay, madam.
Then bunch feeding technique. Bunch feeding is simple, low-cost method to get higher yield of crop. Direct way of supply of nutrients to the bunch is called bunch feeding. For bunch feeding, this technique was developed by IAHR. Take urea 7.5 grams and sulfate of potash 7.5 grams and fresh powder 500 grams, and it should be blended in 100 ml of water. Select the bunches where the fruit is complete and about 10 to 15 centimeters long rachis is available after the last hand, and remove the male flower bud and take the already prepared nutrient slurry in a used milk bag and insert the slurry filled bag into the denaveled stalk end of the bunch. By adopting this method technique, there will be yield increase by 20 to 25%. Coming to harvesting. In banana, dwarf varieties are ready for harvesting within 11 to 14 months after planting, while the tall varieties take about 14 to 16 months. Banana should be harvested when the fruit is slightly or fully mature, depending on the market preferences. For long distance transportation, harvesting is to be done at 75 to 80% maturity. And how to identify the harvestable bunches in banana? The selected field to be visited on weekly basis during bunch emergence stage and tying up bunches which have flowered simultaneously with safe color ribbons. Repeating the same during the following next weeks and tying with different color ribbons every week for easy identification of the bunches which are to be harvested. Usually, this method is being followed by the exporters. And coming to the maturity indices, when to harvest the banana bunches. Some of the maturity indices are days to flower emergence, diameter of the angularity of the fingers, diameter and length of the fingers, heat units, change of field color from dark color to dark green to pale green, metallic sound of the fingers, complete drying and dropping of the floral remnants. As earlier said, banana bunches attain maturity from 90 to 150 days, depending upon the variety and weather conditions and elevation. And the second maturity index is the angularity of the fingers. The disappearance of the angularity of the fruits attaining the maturity is the criteria for most of the varieties in banana. Diameter and length of the fingers, it is called caliper grade. Both the parameters increase towards the maturity of the fruits. Caliper grade is used to measure the depth of the finger and it is correlated with the maturity. And coming to the heat units, it is measured in degree days. Change in banana production cycle is expected with the temperature variability across banana growing regions in the coming years. This growing degree days is equal to sum of maximum temperature plus minimum temperature by 2 minus base temperature. Based on this, we can take the harvesting, especially for export purpose. In India, for Papaulu and Nepu 1, these growing degree days were standardized by NRCB, Trichy. For Papaulu, 1125 degree days are required, whereas for Nepu 1, 2031 degree days are required for harvest. From they are flowering to fruiting, completion of the till harvesting, it requires 2031 degree days. And next one is harvesting. Next one is maturity stages for different markets. Before going to maturity stages, in banana for export purpose, usually from India, only Grand 9 is being exported right now in large quantity. Other varieties are Nepu 1 and Nendran are the other varieties. Nowadays, red banana is also being exported to the Gulf countries. In Grand 9, the fruit grade should be for long distance market, it should be 42 to 44 caliber grade, whereas for domestic market, it should be 50 to 52 grade. And coming to the maturity stages, when to harvest, depending upon the purpose to where we are exporting to we are sending our produce, we have to harvest the produce. For domestic market, that is within the state, when it takes only 1 week for reaching the destination, we have to harvest the bunches at 90 to 95% maturity. And at this stage, the fruits are fully mature and there is a disappearance of the angularity. Whereas if the bunches are intended for export, but within the country, if the destination takes 2 weeks to reaching the consignment, then we have to harvest the bunches at 85% maturity. At this stage, the fruits have defined angles. Whereas if the bunches are intended for long distance transport, that is for other countries, if it will take 3 to 4 weeks for reaching the destination, then we have to harvest the bunches at 75 to 80% maturity. Here at this stage, the fruits will have well-defined angles. Then coming to the harvested technique. Nick the stem about 2/3 with knife. Then the stem should then bend over, ready for harvest without snapping. The shoulder pad is needed to reduce the damage to the fruit and cut the bunch directly onto the shoulder. Do not allow the bunch to be placed on ground. After harvest of the bunch, only leaves are to be cut and plant system is retained for ratoon development. This improves the food supply and about 50% can be saved on fertilizers and irrigation. Use vehicles with good clean padding on the frame and have extra padding to go between the bunches. Sever the peduncle 30 to 40 centimeters above the proximal end. After cutting off the bunch, keep the peduncle 30 to 40 centimeters above the proximal end and place the bunches on 10 to 12 centimeters thick bed of leaves on the ground. Here you can see in advanced countries, they use cable conveyor system. By this way of transport from field to the loading, it will take very less time, and also the bunches will not be damaged. The fruits will not be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Next one is the standards for grading of bananas. According to Codex standards, banana is classified into extra class, class 1, and class 2. First one is extra class. These are Codex standards for export of the banana. And here in extra class, banana shall be of superior quality. They must have characteristics of that variety. The fingers must be free of defects, with the exception of very slightly superficial defects, provided these do not affect the general appearance of the produce, quality, the keeping quality, and presentation in the package. Here, a great tolerance of 5% of bananas will be allowed. And next one is class 1. Banana shall be of good quality. They must be characteristics of the variety under commercial type. The slight defects of the fingers, however, may be allowed, provided these do not affect the general appearance and quality of the produce in the package. Here, 10% of the bananas not satisfying the requirement of the grade, but meeting those of the class 2 or exceptionally coming within the tolerance of the grade will be allowed. And next one is class 3. This includes bananas which do not qualify for inclusion in the higher classes, but satisfy the minimum requirements. Defects in shape and color, skin defects due to scraping, scabs, rubbing, blemishes, or other causes not exceeding 4 square centimeters of the total surface area will be allowed. The defects must not affect the flesh of the fruit. Here also, the grade tolerance of 10% will be allowed. Next operation is especially from the export point of view. Dehanding is one of the important operations. Dehanding is cutting off the hands from the peduncle of the pulse. This can be done either in the pack house or in the field itself. Usually it is being done in the field due to the fragmented land holding and the unavailability of the established pack houses. In order to avoid crown rot and finger drop, it is essential to cut the hands along with the portion of the peduncle. Nylon thread is used to detach the hand with the portion of the crown. This type of in situ dehanding is mostly followed in grinding. Care should be taken not to inflict any injury on the fruits. The latex from the cut end should not be dropped or stain the fruits. As soon as the latex is drained off, use sufficient cushioning material to wrap the harvested hands and handle with care. While packing in the plastic crates and shifting to the pack house if they are intended for the export. And post-harvest operations are also very important in banana to increase the shelf life. The post-harvest life of the fruit starts from the time it is cut from the mother plant. Banana, being a climacteric fruit, is highly perishable and has got a short life after harvesting. The post-harvest losses are high to the tune of 25% due to faulty handling adopted by farmers, traders, and retailers. The post-harvest losses are estimated to be highest at the retailers level. It is 10 to 15%. The loss at farmer level is due to mishandling during harvesting and loading, which is estimated to be about 8 to 9%. The adoption of best post-harvest technique can extend shelf life and quality of the fruits. And some of the important post-harvest operations are washing, grading, packaging, storage, transportation, and marketing are the main important post-harvest operations. First one is washing. Immediately after harvesting and after dehandling, they will be sent for washing. Initial washing should be done to avoid the field heat. The crown portion of the hands is removed after careful inspection, if necessary, before placing it in wash tank. Here, unwanted hands and fingers will be rejected. There should be flow of water through the tank to avoid accumulation of dirt and fungi spores, which may infect the crown of the hand. The hands can be trimmed into cluster of fingers if necessary. Here you can see the washing of the hands in a tank. This is second. Then they will be sent to the second tank. Second tank is filled with water containing disinfectant like alum to remove latex and to destroy the microorganisms. Here, dehanded fruits is washed for 4 minutes. And then they will be sent to the third tank. The flow of water should be from dehanding end of the tank so that hands move along to the far end where workers select and grade them prior to fungicide application. Before keeping in disinfectant treated fruits in the third tank, which contains fungicide like carbendazim, the fruit skin was gently rubbed with foam having soap solution to remove the tough stains from the fruit skin and to give glossy appearance to the surface of the fruit. After rubbing with soap solution, clean water should be used to remove the soap. Yes, systemic fungicides like Bavustin, carbendazim are used for 10 minutes are mixed with this water, and here the fruits will be kept in for 10 minutes, and this is the best treatment for arresting the fungal growth after in storage. Once the hands are removed from the third tank, which has fungicide, the hands are to be air dried by placing the hands in the cushioned drying tables through air drying. High capacity fan should be used for drying. And next one is packaging. In export point of view, packaging is also very important. The air dried hands are weighed and packed in the polypropylene bags, which has lined in 5-ply fiberboard boxes holding an average weight of 13.5 kg and 17.5 kg of boxes, depending upon the destination or the country. The hands are packed in regular pattern in the box in such a way that the hands of fruit did not move and damage each other when the box is handled. 2 patches of ethylene absorbent should be used to control the ethylene release and to enhance the shelf life. The air is removed from the polythene bag using vacuum, and the polythene lining should be tightly adhered to the fruit skin without leaving any space to avoid the air buildup and water condensation during transit. Next one is pre-cooling operation. Rapid cooling after harvest is generally referred to as pre-cooling and particularly benefits rapidly ripening fruits like mango, banana, etc. Pre-cooling is essential as refrigerated ships, land vehicles, and containers are not designed to handle the full load of field heat, but are designed to merely maintain pre-cooled produce at the selected carriage temperatures. Out of various methods of pre-cooling, forced air cooling is widely practiced in banana. Banana, after packaging in a carton, should be pre-cooled in pre-cooling chambers till core temperature of banana attain the storage temperature of 13 to 14 degrees centigrade with 18.5% of relative humidity. Care should be taken to ensure that pre-cooling should be done gradually for a period of 4 to 6 hours to avoid internal damage of the tissue. Pre-cooling below 13 degrees centigrade disposes the banana fruit to chilling injury. And final operation is ripening. Fruit ripening is a natural process. However, intentional exposure is primarily used to ripen harvested fruits. When the unripe fruit reaches physiological maturity in the plant, it starts ripening. Ethylene is considered as safe fruit ripening hormone, which presents in the physiologically matured unripened fruit ranging from 0.1 to 1 ppm. Since ethylene produced naturally within the fruit is not sufficient to ripen quickly and uniformly. And application of exogenous application of ethylene gas at the rate of 100 to 150 ppm for 18 to 48 hours is recommended to accelerate the normal ripening process in banana. Exposure of green mature banana fruits to ethylene gas for 24 hours at 100 ppm, followed by storage at 18 to 20 degrees centigrade, and 90 to 95% relative humidity ensures faster and uniform ripening in 48 hours. There is no health risk associated with fruits ripened with ethylene because it is a natural hormone which triggers only the fruit ripening process and escapes into the atmosphere without leaving any harmful residue in the fruit tissue. Hence, use of ethylene gas to promote ripening of fruits and vegetables is sanctioned under FDA rules, regulations. These are the different operations in banana we have to carry out from emergence of the bunch to the harvesting and post-harvest operations. By adopting all these post fruit care activities, harvesting methods, and post-harvesting operations, we can increase the shelf life of the banana, and we can improve our exports when compared to the in future years. This is the end of my lecture. If anybody have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, madam. Students, if you have any ask now, or at least you can post in the chat box also.
If there are no questions, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present this lecture. Thank you, madam.
Harsha, thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. On behalf of organizing committee, College of Horticulture, Venkatramanagudem, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Dr. T.Susila, madam, Senior Scientist and Head, Banana Research Station, Pulivendula, for delivering a wonderful lecture on harvesting and fruit care activities in banana. Madam, you covered very clearly all aspects, fruit care activities like bell injection, enameling, peduncle wrapping, bunch sleeves, de-leafing, retaining a finger, staking and removal of withered styles and perianth, and harvesting methods, maturity criteria and fruit grading, standard for grading in banana. All aspects you covered very clearly, and that would be helpful to our students. Thank you, madam, once again for giving a good lecture. And I also express my sincere thanks to all participants, especially students, teaching staff from College of Horticulture, Venkatramanagudem, and scientists from Banana Research Station, Kovur. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. I will close the session, madam, now.
Okay, madam. Thank you.